just going to tell you everything I know because I don't see it as snitching. I see it as just trying to help y'all get the right person. You know?
And that's what we want. We want the truth.
This is Raven Morgan, and she's about to go from witness to prime suspect in a real-life murder mystery. This shocking true crime story begins on August 7th, 2022, when officers respond to a shooting at a Florida home. Inside, they find the body of 55-year-old Roosevelt Broadnax Jr. There is no sign of a break-in, which means whoever did this likely didn't need to force their way inside. Homicide detectives look at who had direct access to the victim that day and soon learn that there had been several witnesses at the home, including Raven. After conducting initial police interviews with the witnesses, investigators begin getting tips that Raven knows more than she's letting on. Questioning if Raven could be part of a plot to kill Roosevelt, investigators bring her in for a full police interrogation. But before they can crack this case, detectives will have to untangle a disturbing true crime story of shifting loyalties, shocking betrayals, and a twisted murder plot.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, Miss Raven.
Well, I got a daughter.
You do?
She's like 15, December, be 18 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so.
What's her name? That's a cool name.
Yeah.
Good deal.
But, I got a visit for my first time ever on Tuesday.
Uh-oh.
And stayed the night. I ain't cut out.
You didn't like
I ain't
that?
cut out for that.
I think I saw that when you took something from Walmart or whatever.
Yeah.
Or they accused you of taking something from Walmart.
Yeah, an ex-friend had said I stole some suitcase with $25,000, but he went to court and
That's silly.
they protested for me saying that it was a lie. Hallelujah. But I'm so mess with him no more.
So you ain't never been in trouble before, huh?
Never. I know.
Oh my goodness. Where are you from?
Well, I was born right here in Milton.
Okay.
Kind of grew up in Milton, but I really grew up in St. Louis with my dad.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad's still up there. He's sick. And
Oh.
I come down here.
Yeah.
Get away from a crazy abusive boyfriend.
Up from up there?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Bobby are from Milton also. So,
Yeah. Did you like it out there?
Y'all cops over there.
we're cops over here, over in Pensacola.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I was about to say you probably know my mom.
We might. So your mom stays in Milton?
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all still cool?
I have to be.
Yeah. I understand.
She's like when people, do drugs their whole life and then get sober and criticizes you for what you do. You know what I'm saying? But she takes care of my kid right now, so.
Well, that's nice. Yeah, that's important too, especially her being a grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And she probably does fuss at you a little bit. She just wants the best for you, especially if she's been down that road. And she just wants you to probably be healthy, eat some more apples if you can, and
I try to.
So are you able to see your daughter? Does she let you see your
All the
daughter?
time, yeah.
That's
I
good.
have full custody. I just gave them power. What is it called? Power of attorney or something.
Yeah.
Power of something.
And she's doing good, your daughter?
Mm-hmm.
She healthy and
She
everything?
does anything she wants. I say, oh, Mom, Papa, this your house? No, this house.
She's already a little boss, huh?
Yeah.
That's good, though. That probably makes you feel good.
Oh, yeah, she's a little.
Is that the only one you're going to have?
Hell yeah, I don't know.
You ain't gonna have no more?
Hell no. Luckily, she's always been a happy baby. She don't cry unless, there's something wrong,
Yeah.
She's cool beans.
She moving around pretty good or starting to move at 18 months?
That girl's been walking since she was born. She started walking about 5 months.
That's good.
And I was like, wow. She's so smart. She can point out hair, belly and stuff.
Hey, that's good.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's so smart.
You gotta make sure they're smart, you know what I'm saying?
Do you know they start school at 2 years old nowadays? Pre-K?
Oh, pre-K?
Yeah.
That'll be good too. Some of the pre-Ks, they help teach them even more stuff and things like that.
Like 5 or 6 before you can go to pre-K.
Yeah. They usually try to teach them pretty good. What's her favorite show,
Coco Melon.
Yeah, she like that Coco Melon?
Yeah, I've seen every episode. It's so annoying. Go to sleep singing that.
You know the songs too now?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What about The toys, you know they got toys now?
No.
The Cocoa Melon toys, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, they just started making toys, so you might have to
Oh,
start looking
Lord.
out for them, you know?
It's not. Mama, Papa, y'all better not do it.
They probably will. So, did you finish school? Or did you go to school in Milton?
No. The only school I went to in Milton was King's, but I only went there for like less than half of a year. And,
okay.
And I moved up north with my dad.
Okay.
So life was down here. We lived in Jay. I met my dad and my stepmom, ex-stepmom. They were together for like 9 years, and I don't know. My dad got a good job position up north, and his family lives up north. I didn't know them my whole life, up until he moved up there, and I stayed down here for a little while with my stepmom. But on July 4th, we got into a fist fight. She kicked me out, so I had to go. It was crazy because we got the same tattoo, same size, same foot.
What does that mean? What's your tattoo mean?
Capricorn.
What is it?
Capricorn.
Okay.
Same size, same foot, and everything. Next day, we got in a fist fight. We went and go see fireworks. Kicked me out.
Wow.
So I went up north and met my dad's family. But I met a crazy psycho, abusive dude, and came back down here. But I went to Pattonville, and I went to J High School and King's here.
Okay.
Pattonville up there, but I only made it. I did my whole 10th grade. It told me I failed.
Oh,
And
okay.
I just kind of said, fuck it after that, But
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn where I can go and get my TDD and stuff. People say Lachlan or something, but
You can get one right over here. What is it? PSC now? It's called State
PSC.
College. I think they still.
You can get one at Georgetown.
Yeah, Georgetown. They got some programs over there.
PSC.
So I'd look into that as well. A lot of times, sometimes you can get a grant as well.
Right.
That way it's free for you. You'd have to look into like some Pell Grants and things like that.
Okay.
Because even with your stepmom and some of that other stuff, you can always try to rebuild those relationships. Sometimes it's tough, just because you gotta be patient and
Right.
kind of suck it up. I've had to try to rebuild some relationships as well.
Hell, my dad's wife, he got now. They met on Tinder. Ain't that crazy? And she's amazing. I love that lady.
Well, that's good. At least you got some positive people in your life.
It's not for me.
Yeah. So you finished. Well, you went to 10th grade. Are you
Yeah,
pretty good at reading and writing and stuff like that?
sort of. Not reading. I'm a slow reader.
But you
Real
can read.
slow. Yeah, I'm good at writing.
Okay. You seem pretty articulate. Just talking and stuff.
I like math.
You like math?
So,
Your numbers?
yeah, math.
You're a numbers girl, huh?
Other than that, I did DNF on it.
Your property and evidence from when you got arrested, would you say last week?
Yeah. Yeah, they got my book bag and has my phone and stuff. So
Okay.
I've been trying to get it. I just haven't had no ride up here.
Well, you did today. We got you up.
Right.
Maybe we can talk to them and see about setting up an appointment or something. I got their contact information. Maybe we
She
can get
said
them set.
yesterday I could come anytime as long as it's before 3. I didn't even know what time it is now.
Right now it's 10:30.
Close now.
So we are going to ask you a few questions, and I do just want you to keep in mind that you are out on bond, and also that you got to make sure you keep your child in mind too, okay? Because obviously you got full custody, and you care about her a lot. I can tell because you light up every time you talk about it. Yeah. And we want to make sure that you're able to continuously see her and everything like that. Also, unfortunately, you did experience jail, and that's not a great place.
Never again. That hopefully in my life I'll never go again.
Yeah.
That was scary, and the food is disgusting.
Not very good, huh?
Yeah, people there are freaking nutcases. Just like to scream.
Yeah, you probably can't get no sleep or nothing
Yeah,
on it.
fuck that place. I'm never going back.
Well, we do have to ask you some questions, obviously, okay? And what I want is just the truth, okay? And everything to the best of your knowledge, all right? It's important that we talk to you. Did you know we were trying to find you?
No.
No one told you or anything like
Well,
that?
like, I didn't know that y'all were trying to find me for a long time, but, the girl y'all had on the news, Amber, she came to me, like, late last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna call y'all when I woke up. Hey, I hope, But, Amber had said, hey, these investigators are looking for you, and she had gave me y'all's card.
Okay.
And she was like, if you don't get a hold of them, you'll be on the news. I was like, oh, hell no. I have nothing to do with this. I'll call them.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and it's not too bad. We're pretty chill, but we got to do our job. You know what I'm saying? I think you understand that.
right. I didn't know y'all were looking for me for a while. But,
Okay, that makes sense. So, you know Roosevelt?
yeah.
How do you know Roosevelt?
I've known him for a long while. I've been out in Inslee for about 2 years or so. I wouldn't say we were close, but he was like, if he's there at the same spot, like, hey, bye type of, ordeal. We never really, like, hung out. He was okay. He was a typical crackhead,
Mm-hmm.
He never, to me, he's never did anything wrong to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I've heard, like, people say he likes to steal, and he talks a lot.
Yeah.
He was a cool dude, though.
So y'all been cool for about 2 years, just been passing, I guess?
Yeah, and we just never hung out. Just, hey, bro, bye, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
because he's kind of big, loud dude.
yeah,
Here.
yeah. He's older, way older from my interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really loud. He's crazy. Sticker. He'll go in and walk in the room is dead silent. That's the only person on here. It's bro.
Yeah.
It's so loud. But I don't think that man. I don't know how he died, but I heard he died. And I don't really know, like, why somebody would even think to do that to another person. From my understanding, for what I always saw, is he stuck to himself. He never had nobody hanging out with him, and especially when him and Kevin, there's a dude that stays at the trailer with him, and they hung out a lot. That was about it. Kevin and I guess supposedly just got out of prison. I don't know, I just met that Kevin dude. And him and Rose hung out a lot, But from my understanding, that's the only person he hung out with. And he's been like quiet lately. And normally you hear, oh, Ro did this, Ro did that. Lately we ain't heard nothing from him. He's cooped up in the trailer with Kevin. So,
Okay. So him and Kevin were pretty tight?
Yeah. And Mary asked how did he die? Because he didn't do drugs.
Who?
Ro.
Ro did?
He only smoked crack. So I know it's like fentanyl couldn't have killed him. So Mary asked how he died.
Well, did you see him Sunday? When's the last time you saw him?
What's today?
Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
What did he die? It was
He died Sunday night.
Sunday night. I already seen him. He popped up over there on Doris, where you all just came.
Mm-hmm.
He came through there like early, probably 5 o'clock that morning. I went over there to the house, not the one you got me from, but the one beside him.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. But I just seen him walking through. I was in the house.
Do you know who he met over there?
Oh, no.
Do you
I
know
don't
what
go
he...
over there. I don't like them. They don't like me, so
Oh, I got you.
I don't go.
Who doesn't like you?
People next door. Yeah. The ladies over there, they're like stuck up and they think that they rule everything. If you know, like say, one of the ladies, I don't know her name, Cause I just met all those folks down there, really. But you go ask her, hey, can I borrow a bike? No.
So if you're facing where we saw you today, it's on the left-hand side. If we're facing that house.
There's our house.
Yeah.
And there's one way over here in the corner set. With all the trees and shit. You look next door. All that junk in the yard and everything. You know what I'm talking about? If you're looking at our house, it's next door.
Okay.
The other one on this side, that one I think is abandoned. I don't think anybody lives there. Like I said, I just started going down doors a couple months ago.
Did you see Roe after that morning?
No.
Later that day?
Okay. No. I seen him then, and then he rode off on a bike, and I didn't see him after that. I was being told, hey, bro's dead. And I was like, what? I literally bawled my eyes out.
Who told you Roe was dead?
Well, I was kind of weird because Amber, from my understanding, Amber told a buddy in the neighborhood named Steve, and Steve told somebody, y'all didn't see him because he was at work, but another dude named Terry that stays at the house, Steve told Terry, Terry told me. But you know, word spreads like that around there. Everybody knows everybody.
So Amber told Steve, and then Steve told Terry?
Yeah, that's how I'm assuming. I just know Terry told me.
Who's your boyfriend?
Who's my boyfriend?
Do you have a boyfriend that lives over there in the house you were at? Okay.
I'm single Pringle and don't want to mingle.
Because we stopped by there the other day, talked to a couple people, and there's a guy in the yard, and he said that his girlfriend was inside. Whose house is that you were at?
Is it a white guy?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a white guy. His name's Paul.
Paul?
Yeah, his old lady.
Okay.
That's probably who he's talking about.
Okay.
He's that lady's.
Did you pull up the other day in like a red F-150 truck? No?
F-150, I'm trying to think of what.
It's like all different colors. Had an Oklahoma tag on it.
Oh no, that's the people next door.
Okay.
The ones don't like me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's their little vehicle. There is another girl named Raven out here though. So, a lot of people say I look like her. I act like her.
Is she in Inslee too?
Mm-hmm.
Does she know Roe?
Oh, I don't hang out with her like that. I met her twice. It's better. This is crazy, man. You hear about the murder and shit on TV. Something different when it's so close, you know?
Yeah. But whenever we're talking about this, what I need you to do is make sure you're telling me everything, okay?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm not going to.
So you saw Roe.
Or nothing. I saw him that morning
Mm-hmm.
going next door, and then he pedaled off on his bike back down the road, and I didn't see him after that. And they told me, hey, Roe was dead.
Have you ever went by his trailer?
Well, I swung by there. But actually, one of y'all's cops stopped me, Terry, and my friend Britton. And because we stopped by and seen Kevin on the front porch, I want to say yesterday, day before yesterday, we saw Kevin on the front porch, and we were like, hey, you want to come? Because, you know, we know about the murder. So I'm like, hey, you want to get the hell out of here? Let's go. But as soon as we stopped, he didn't say anything to Kevin. Y'all's officers rolled up like 2 deep. And it was like, hey, stop, what's your name? Or look at somebody who looks like you. That's when I found out Amber was on the news. And I was like, dude, I'm just here to talk to Kevin, dude. Get Kevin out of here. You know, you don't need to be sitting at this house that this shit just happened at. You know, so we tried to convince Kevin to come. But that's the last time I was at the trailer. I don't plan on going back.
So you're saying you saw him at 5 a.m. Sunday and you didn't go back to the trailer until Tuesday, which was yesterday?
No. Oh, I ain't been out of the house really. My tooth right here is killing me.
Yeah.
So I've been just trying to stay at the house. But I was going around to Walnut to there's a house right there where my buddy Brent stays. I'm real cool with his mom. I call his mom. Yeah, so I was going around there to see them, but we seen Kevin on the front porch, and that was the last time I stopped there.
Has anyone on the street told you about what happened? Or...
No, I mean, everybody just keeps saying, road died. I asked how. Nobody said anything.
You ain't heard any rumors or anything?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know a female named Baby Mom? That they call Baby Mom? What about P-Roy? You know P-Roy?
No, the only one I know is Pap. Y'all seen him.
Which one was Pap?
The old school glasses. No, crossover criminal.
Oh. And Pap usually stays over there where you stay at? Indoors?
Oh, yeah. Next door. With them people. The old white guy, and Pap live next door. With the other ones, and Trey and me are in that house. And the bigger black guy, he's servicing us. Same name.
Where does he stay at usually?
I don't know. I know he don't stay out here in the parks.
Yeah. So we talked to quite a bit of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how your name came up, okay? And they're saying that you know a little more information than what you're telling us. So, that's what we need.
They're saying that you know everything. This right here says homicide on Walnut Avenue. Raven Morgan knows everything. Needs to be questioned ASAP. The homicide on Walnut Avenue, August 8th.
What the hell? Because I don't shit nothing on my kids. I do. I don't be going and hanging out like.
Where were you all night Sunday night?
I was right there on Doris.
Right there at that house. You didn't leave all night Sunday night.
And everybody can vouch for that.
Who else was there?
It was me and Trey and Paul. Marissa wasn't there. Who else? Oh, Slim. The one y'all couldn't wake up. Who else? Terry. Oh, Brent. Brent was there. That's the only people I can think of right now. Like that. All the people you saw, they can tell you I was at the house. My tooth has been killing me, y'all. I've not been out and about. It's killing me now talking to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, it's just really important that we get everything.
And I want to tell you everything I know.
But listen, obviously you got a little more to lose than some of these other people. All right.
That's why I said
you got a good heart.
Everything.
You got a daughter. You got a lot of things to think about. Okay. You know, you just got hemmed up. You got to get that squared away. So it's just really important that you just talk to us and tell us everything. If you left out something, I want you to take a moment and think about everything. And if you heard anything we might need to know, because what I don't want to happen is I don't want you to get caught up in something silly. Okay. I really don't, because some of these other people, we've been talking to a lot of people, and they've been giving us a lot of stuff, and they're throwing out names left and right, because unfortunately they don't care. You know, they don't care. They might not have a daughter. You know what I'm saying? They might not be trying to do the right thing, and they don't have much to lose like you do. So it's just really important that you just talk to me and Timo and let us know everything that you know. All right. So if there's anything that you left out, just make sure you tell us right now, okay?
I can think of. Let's see.
Do you know who Sharena is?
I've met her before.
Okay. When's the last time you saw her?
Hell. Before they moved out of their house on Cherry. Me and my ex had pulled up there with the sheriff so he could get his ID and stuff and check from their house.
How long ago was it they moved out?
What's this month?
August.
So they had to be out on the 27th, I think, of last month, I believe. And that's why Trey lives with us. You know, he stayed there too with Serena. But that's the last time I saw her, or like I see her once in a while at the rock store, Rockies. But
so is she still living in the area?
Yeah, but I'm not sure where. I know she has a girlfriend. But I didn't know they have a black car. But I've never been to their house.
You know her girlfriend's name?
Oh, hell no. She's dark.
Who's your ex-boyfriend?
His name's Quincy. He doesn't stay around here anymore.
So, I talked to some people that live in that area off Walnut, and they described a female that came to visit Roe. I guess on the day that he died, Sunday afternoon, and they said a younger white female with short hair, and she was thin. It kind of matches your description. He said brown hair. He said you came in there to talk to Roe. Do you remember doing that?
No, but I know Roe had this little booth name girl that looked just like me. Well, not just like me, but you know, she's short, she's white, she does have brown hair. I don't know her name, they called her Star or something like that. He called her Star. But, no. I have not talked or seen Roe since that morning, I swear. And I didn't even talk to him then. I just seen him right behind. Like, I'm telling you everything, because like you said, I got a lot to lose on.
Right, and that's why I'm wondering why people are saying putting your name in it. I mean, right here it says Raven Morgan knows everything.
If you want to read it, you
And
can.
I want to know who said that, because that's fucked up. But what I do know is all I've heard is flatly like this. What I know.
Walnut Avenue. Raven Morgan knows everything.
Absolutely.
So this is important because other people are saying you know everything, so we just need to know everything that you
I'm
know.
going to tell you every single bit of information that I know. Just flat out like this. From what I've heard and what I know. I seen Roe early that morning going next door to the Wiggins. That's what we call them, the Wiggins. And then stay there for probably 30 minutes or so. And he left. I don't know who he went over there to see or what he was doing, but he left. And following that evening or whatnot, or whenever it was, I'm being told by Terry, you know, hey, come here, I gotta talk to you, you know. And he was like, so supposedly Roe is dead. And I was like, what? Roe's dead. Well, he goes inside and we let everyone know, you know. Me and Terry's kind of close. Well, he said that Serena told Amber that something about Roe was dead or shots were fired or something like that, and then Amber told Steve and Sam, and I guess Sam and Tara went over there to the trailer and, you know, found Roe, but they told Steve and us that there was no blood or nothing like that, or the house wasn't shot up like Serena said it was. And after Terry had came to me about it all and telling me. And all I know is from what I heard yesterday. Yesterday, people were saying that Serena and some person named, they shall name P-Roy, whoever that is, was, they said P-Roy and Serena was in there, and one of them distracted him and the other one killed him over a phone. That's what I heard yesterday. But I don't know as far as why they did it, who did it, or what they did it for, or any.
Who'd you hear that from yesterday?
Who did I hear that from? Oh, there's a lot of people talking about it. But a dude named Joseph told it to me.
You know Joseph's last name?
No.
White guy, black guy?
No, he's white.
Lives in the neighborhood?
No, he just comes and visits sometimes. Hang
Does he drive? How's he get over?
Yeah, he drives, but I'm trying to think of what the car is. It's a gray something, weird looking type of car.
What do you mean weird?
Like a Mercury or something. A weird.
Like, what does it look like?
It's not like a Mazda, but it's not a Lexus. But it's something like that. I don't know how to describe it.
So what's that with Serena and P-Roy?
P-Roy, I don't know that cat. But Serena, from what I'm understanding, Serena is the one that did it, or them two did it. I'm not sure. But
Well,
that's the word around the neighborhood is them two.
What do they call
Last
Serena?
two.
You call her Red?
Red.
Does she carry? She got any heat or anything? She never
Not
carried?
that I know of. But I don't think she carries. Now I think they might have a gun at the house, but I've never seen her with one in her possession.
Why would they want to kill Roe?
Fuck if I know.
They
They
have
said,
a phone
I
now?
heard it was over a phone or something.
Just a phone?
Yeah, that's what I've heard, but I don't know for a fact.
Why'd they try to distract Roe?
That's just what Joseph told me yesterday, you know. I was just telling you because,
No. Do you know about what time they went there?
oh hell no.
Just Sunday afternoon?
No, I was just told that them two were the one. That's exactly what I told you.
They just pulled up there,
But
went in the
Serena
house.
told Amber, and then Joseph told me that yesterday. I'm trying to be like y'all, FBI, what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
Because I know everyone's going to be questioning. I want to give you all as much information as I can. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm not trying to get hemmed up on this crazy.
Well, we don't want you to. That's why we give you the opportunity to make sure you tell us everything.
That's why I'm telling you every single bit of information I know of you. For real.
How can I get a hold of Joseph?
I'm not sure. Other people have that he hangs out with Paul and them.
Paul
you
King?
know. No, the one that lives at the house with me.
That we're just
That
out?
owns the house.
Okay.
The one that you talk to. That's their friend. So they probably,
Does Joseph know Roe?
yeah,
Or him and Roe cool?
I'm assuming so. He said it hurt his heart yesterday when he found because he came over yesterday and he brought it up. You know, oh, it's been weighing on my heart a lot. You know, so
Well, this is the problem, too. We got a lot of people that claim they care about Roe. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't talking to me. And just like I'm talking to you, I mean, I'm being straight up. I just need to figure out the truth. So how can I get a hold of Joseph? Like, where does he stay at?
that? I don't know him like that. But I said that's not my friend. He comes over there and hangs out or something. But we all hang out sometimes in the living room.
Where does Paul work?
Oh, he don't.
I thought y'all said this morning he was at work, or somebody said.
Paul doesn't work. He works on his eyeballs in the bed or on that white truck outside.
Yeah, I saw him outside working on that white truck the other day when I was talking to him.
That's all he
Was he at the house this morning?
Oh, I don't know, dude. Y'all woke me up.
Okay.
I came straight out the room with y'all. So
What's up with that older cat? Older black dude, probably about my height, kind of thin. He like dumped in that room. Looked like he was in that room you were in that you came out of. What's up with him? Why don't you want to talk to him? But he was in there. I saw him go in there. He just trying to duck me for some reason. Okay. Do you know a dude named Tomahawk? Do they call it Tomahawk or something? Mohawk.
Mohawk.
Yeah.
That's a weird ass name.
I don't know. I guess that's a street name.
Mohawk. Yeah, no, I want to know if he's learning from y'all.
Well, we ain't got to talk to him yet. That guy that I saw earlier, he did run in that room that you was in.
What's that?
What's that? He came in from the side door and he never went to the living room. And that door was moving whenever I saw him jump in there. It looked like he had a, kind of like a beard, like a gray beard. He was outside when I first pulled up.
So you haven't gone in the laundry room?
No, we looked in the washer room.
No, he was in that bedroom.
Like, I know I heard you yelling. And I popped straight up. You said, hey, come outside. I saw you. Come outside. I'm thinking you're looking through the window. So I had the
Yeah, I
window
heard you in
open.
the room. Now, what about Slim? Who's that? You kept referring to Slim.
No, I call her sis. You know, we're real close. She was in the other room asleep.
What's
like,
that?
in the back.
What's her name?
Ashley. I know how to spell it. I don't know how to say it.
Is she a white girl?
She's black.
Black girl?
Black, tall, skinny girl.
Does she know Ro?
Mm-hmm. Everyone knows Ro.
Does
Ro
she
was
know?
not a quiet person.
No, I understand.
So, you know, everyone knew him. As far as him having beef with anybody, no. I've never heard of him. I mean, Rose, yeah, he's still, like, say if you left your crack outside on the table or something, just know, Ro will be there to pick it up if he's in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he did steal, but everyone knew that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he wasn't no quiet person, but as far as like beef or a reason for somebody to kill him, I can't wrap my head around that, you know.
I mean, I've seen people killed over a crack rock before. I mean, you don't know anybody around there that want to kill him over stealing their crack rock?
Was he messing with anyone's old lady?
No.
Because you said Chanteria had an old lady. Did her and Ro have anything going on?
That's what I know of. I mean, I knew about Serena had dropped some dog off at the trailer like 3 weeks ago.
Dog, what?
Mm-hmm.
What was up with that?
I guess it was hers and her girlfriend's dog. They had to find somewhere to put it or whatnot. But,
She dropped it off at Rose a few
yeah,
weeks ago?
3-4 weeks ago.
What kind of dog was it?
And I don't know, some black dog that barked at every little sound and heard.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Kind of.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. That's that same dog we saw in the yard. Did it have a white chest or something?
It's like black and white, brown.
Kind of cute little dog?
Yeah, but it was annoying.
Yeah.
Now, did you see Ray with the phone Sunday morning when you talked to him? Have you?
Rose never had a phone that I know of. The whole time I've ever known him, he never had a phone.
Did he steal someone's phone?
Not that I'm aware of. No. But like I said, I don't hang out with people like that. I don't. I never have. No. He just now started coming around, you know, over there on tours and stuff. So,
Well, his trailer used to be the hangout spot, huh?
Rose? That is not Rose's trailer. Roland and Kevin and them just kind of took it over. That trailer actually belongs to a guy we call Dabs. You know, and Dab just kind of said, and gave up with it. And they just took it over, you know. But when I first came out this way, yeah, I go over dabs all the time. Like that's where I first originally started hanging out. But Ro wasn't over there at that time. It was just me and of course Redneck. Redneck's been there for centuries. And a couple other people, like Pap and stuff like that. But after Jobs, just kind of he started renting rooms out, and then they would stomp all over him and tell him what they're gonna do and what they're not gonna do in his house. And when it just became out of control, Dabs went up the street to stay with Mom and then Mickey and them, and just kind of took the trailer, gave it to him.
Yeah.
So.
Was there any beef over that?
Mm-hmm.
Any problems? He just kind of gave up and said, "Y'all gonna have the damn thing."
Yeah, but everybody knew, if Dad wants his trailer back, all Dad has to do is say, "Hey, I want my trailer back," and everybody respects him, so they would respectfully just leave, But he gave up with it. They sold that land, so he has to move that trailer. So, yeah, he don't care about it. Yeah. He's like, I'm too old.
And where does Dab stay? Who does he stay with?
Right down the street on Walnut, right there, Mickey.
Did they know about the incident, Mickey, though?
Mm-hmm.
What'd they say about it?
I'm not sure. If I'm sure they're like, oh, it's so sad. Because I was going there the day that your officer stopped me, but then he stopped me and asked me and Brent and Terry what our names was. He was like, you look like somebody that we know or we're looking for, talking to me. So I was like, my name's freaking Morgan, He was like, you have ideas? No. He's like, he goes into something in his little cop car. And he comes to come and he goes, oh, no, you're good. And I was like, okay, well, that spooked me. So I going over there to Ma's house. We turned around, we went back to Doris.
Okay.
So.
If Chris is staying over there?
Chris McCullough?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's supposed to be on house arrest. I try to stay away from him, man.
Why's that?
No. My first, I battled with heroin, fentanyl addiction, and when I first came from Milton after I left my big daddy, and I came out here to Inslee. That's when I met Chris, and I told him, he used to, before he got locked up recently, he used to be like the plug. So he was like, always like, oh, here, like peer pressure type thing. And I told him, hey, I don't want to get back on that, and he's just like, here. Told me his coke one day and I was snorting it. I've been battling with it ever since, but here lately I've been weaning myself down, getting off of it. Hallelujah. Scars are just gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I just have a lot of anger and hurt with him because I didn't want to get back on that drug.
Yeah.
And he just kind of
That's
peer pressure forced it, So ever since then, it's ruined my life,
Yeah.
I don't get to see my kids like that anymore.
Well, you'll keep being on the right track. You just gotta keep doing what you're doing. Try to get healthy and things will work out for you. It's just, you gotta stay consistent and keep grinding it out, you know what I'm saying? Stay away from people like that. Did Chris hang out at Rose at all? Or him and Roku, or what's up with them?
Not that I know of. I know his, like his girlfriend or wife, mom, making real kind of close.
Okay.
They kind of hung out.
Yeah.
From my understanding, or at least while Chris was locked up the last couple of months. You'd hear that Roosevelt was over there hanging out with Mickey and making sure, because Chris got Mickey on the fentanyl too. So, Road always make sure she wasn't sick or anything, you know.
Did Chris know about them hanging out or whatnot?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I know when she would talk to him on the phone, she would always tell, like, me and Brent and Dad to be quiet, you know, while that's when he was locked up.
So she had to hide that relation, like their friendship or whatever.
Yeah, because from what I gathered, Chris would have got mad if she knew that we were there, you know.
Why would he get mad? Just controlling?
She just kind of thinks like that, you know what I mean? Like, she tries to, they say you're my man, and I got people at the house, and he doesn't know they're there, you know? So I'm gonna be like, hey, y'all be quiet, so I don't want him to get mad, or thinking I'm doing something wrong. You know, he's in jail.
Yeah.
You know, so she kept it quiet that, you know, Dabs moved in, or I was hanging out with her, or something like that. She always kept that quiet.
Would Chris get mad if he knew that her and Bro were hanging out?
No, he found out after the fact.
Did he?
Yeah, he's back. He's at home on house arrest from what I've heard. And
You think Mickey and Ray were fooling around any?
no, not that. No. She's all about Koreans.
You think
Stupid.
you think that Ray was selling any dope, or do you think he would steal dope from anybody? Like from a plug, not from a crackhead, but from a plug.
No, not from a plug. You know, Bro had his way to finagle things. You know, he'd buy like boxes of chips. Well, that's not true. Let's just put it out there. That's resumes too. Sorry, dude. I snitch on you. But he used to go to Walmart and all the time and just take a ton of meat or chips and stuff. And he'd go and sell home or go see the plug and like, here you go, you know, trade. And as far as stealing from them, nah, he wouldn't steal from them. But and as far as him selling it, no, never. He never sold it. He only smoked crack though, so he would get like 2 or 3 grams of crack, you know. And if somebody asked him, hey, bro, let me get a hit or something, he'd just give it to you. You know, there was no buying it, you know. The only thing he sold was that food that he'd steal from the stores. So.
Now, you know, Chris is suspected of being involved in another incident a couple months ago
My buddy Tane.
when Tane got killed.
I heard about that, but
You know
I wasn't
anything
around
about-
at that time.
You what?
I wasn't out here at that time, but I heard about that.
What have you heard about that one?
That's all crazy and but I've heard that when it first happened, it was Chris killed him, and then it was Chris to Mickey to Roe to I don't know who killed Tane, but Tane was a cool dude, man.
Yep.
I hung out with Tane a lot. You know, he's that type of guy. I love Tane. In the mornings when he's sober, he's respectful to women. And at night, let him get that beer in him. You walk up to him, tap your nipple or something. Let me get some of that. No, he was a good, great person. That was a person that was at the trailer when I first started coming around.
No, we know him too from the street and patrol and stuff, and he was always cool with me. He's a cool cat. That's why.
I know he just had got his foot. Something happened to his foot. He had that little thingy you walk with. But no, I went back home to Milton with my kid for a little while. My baby daddy, he thought that he was going to try to get custody of my kid. Yeah, no, not happening. But so I had to go back home for a little while, and plus to get off of the drugs. And when I come back out here, that's when I find out, hey, Tane's dead. Chris is locked up, and all hit the fan. But I didn't know if Chris did it or who did it. Mickey did it. Mickey Dawn. That girl's harmless. But I heard that she kept saying that she done it for Chris. But then I heard that Rohit did it too. So it was like, I don't know about that whole situation. I don't know.
You just really don't know. That's just the streets talking.
Yeah, that I don't know about. But that was, he didn't deserve that. That's for sure. I know that one to be a fact. That dude just drank and smoked his crack and liked to f with those women when he was drunk. You know, he never was come off to his women badly though. So that dude, love tea. Well, I wish I was closer with Rose though. People say he was a good guy, you know. I thought about it a couple times, you know, of being around him. Like, hey, maybe I should hang out with this cat, see what he's like. But I don't know, he just gave me a weird vibe, you know. He was like the way he looked and stared at people, it was just kind of creepy. So I try not to be around him. A lot of my people told me, hey, don't hang out with him like that. You know, he could be very violent or sexually violent. So.
Have you heard of him being sexually violent with anybody recently?
No. But, you know, he like tapping girls' asses or something, you know, that type of way. But, he just like piqued my interest of somebody I'd be around or hang out with, you know.
Now, you did mention a girl earlier named Star. What was up with her, bro?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna go check on getting your stuff out of.
Okay, it was a book bag. It was this girl. She had just came around.
White girl, black girl.
I want to say she's white, but she really looks like a mix, like she's like dark like you, you know, but darker, you know. I don't know. I met her one time with Ro, and
recently
they were walking. Yeah, it was actually like a couple weeks ago. I want to say maybe a month ago, and I never seen her after that. One time, I've been in bed with my tooth with me lately. Other than that, I do have other medical problems that I battle with. But she went down. They were walking down the road. I was walking down the road to go to the store. Like, he's like, hey, Raven. You know, because they all call me Ray or Hood Baby Ray. You know, so he was like, hey, Hood Baby. Yeah, I was like, hey, what's up? How are you today? I was like, who is she? I see, pretty well everyone out there. I never seen her before. So I told him, he's like, oh, this is my little girlfriend. He comes up with girls. I see him with a lot of girls. Every other week he has a different girl. But I know that they were hanging out quite a bit. I don't know where she stays at or really who she is. Nobody really does. Nobody knows. She just popped up. Road just brought her around. I don't know where he found her from or anything like that. But I know that she was good to him, from what I've heard. I know they had a rough patch because she started helping with other people in the park or outside of the park as well. And Bro just didn't want to accept the fact that, once a hug, always a hug. And he didn't want to accept it, he just wanted to, from my understanding, the way he presented himself, he just wanted to sit down, settle down, smoke his crack, and lay up with
You just want like an old lady?
Yeah, because he always had a different girl every week. Every week.
Yeah.
That dude had a different girl.
What does Star look like? Was she tall, skinny?
She's actually kind of my height. She's probably taller than me, a couple inches. When I saw her, she had short, I wouldn't say curly, but I wouldn't say straight. What's the word for that?
Wavy?
Yeah, kind of.
What color was the hair?
Brown. Brownish black. Well, kind of my color. But see, my color is dyed black. But if you looked at my real hair color is like that brown, like a dark brown, almost black.
Okay.
And hers is kind of like that, but lighter.
She had any tattoos or anything?
Lighter. I'm not sure she had a long sleeve and pants on that day. But she had freckles on her face. I'm trying to think. Her had sunglasses on, so I didn't really get to see her eyes.
You just know her as Star?
Yeah. That's what they introduced her as, but that was the only time I had seen her, honestly. Other than that, Ro had different girls.
Yeah, I heard
that girl.
Yeah, I heard he got around a little bit.
Yeah, I did. But that's the only one that would jog my memory, that would look like me.
It's just like a new face.
Everybody said that.
No,
That's a twin.
I think we're about done. Do you have anything else that I should know, or that you think you can think of that I might be interested in?
Let me sit here and think about it.
I'll give you a minute. Do you mind raising your right hand for me real quick?
That's it.
Yep. Do you swear or affirm that everything you told me is the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Given that, do you know the meaning of perjury?
No.
You can't lie under oath. You're supposed to tell us the truth. That's what perjury means.
Oh.
You gotta tell us the truth.
I was like, yeah.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good deal. You can relax. Is there anything you want to add or change to your statement? Okay.
The only thing I can. I think I told you.
Okay. Well, just give me a second. We'll try to get you out of here shortly. But just think about it, and I'll talk to you one more time before we bounce.
Yeah, and I know that people say this is like snitching, but being that I do have a big heart, and it really does fuck me up because I give it to the wrong ones,
Mm-hmm.
If I find out anything else on the streets from now until y'all find out who did it. I know people might say it's snitching, but do y'all have a number?
Yeah, I can give you my business card. You want my business card?
Yeah. Because I want to know who did it.
Well, first of all, I understand people say something about snitching all the time, but we have people in here all the time from the street that live a certain lifestyle, and they usually talk to us. They just, out on the street, people like to act a certain way. But as soon as they get up here with us, they start chirping.
I'm just going to tell you everything I know because I don't see it as snitching. I see it as just trying to help y'all get the right person, you know?
And that's what we want. We want the truth, and then we want whoever needs to be held accountable to be held
From my
accountable.
understanding and from what everybody's saying, the person peed away and spraying it. That's what I'm understanding so far. I don't know if that's true or what.
No, I agree. So we're going to keep, obviously getting after it. So
Because I heard he overdosed, I heard he got shot and stuff. But how did he die?
we believe he was shot.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so just keep that to yourself.
So, yeah, I'm gonna be here. I'll help you be your eyes and ears on the streets.
And you can take your chips and stuff with you. I got to step out for a minute. We'll come. The cell phone number you can text. The 786 number. You can text or call or leave a voicemail. Just sit tight for a minute. We're going to try to grab your stuff from property, and then we'll get you. But you can take the chips and napkins and the water. Do you need any more water?
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah, just be patient with us and we'll get you out of here. Thank you.
It's crazy because people in that case, I talk to myself too much. I have mental fucking problems. I know it's weird. People say I know everything. I don't even come out to the house much. Kid, I'm already losing my kid, you know. I'm just picking up my toenail clippings I put all over y'all's floor. Sorry. Two first. And I'm cold.
We'll go get it. Hey, darling, you ready?
Yeah.
Throw all that stuff away.
Sorry.
She hasn't ate it. I think she might take it away. You taking it with you? Oh, okay. I thought you was done.
This real-life horror story will continue in part 2.